Good morning, Mountz School. Today we have the honor of being together for our annual academic and athletic awards ceremony. We'll be recognizing students for many accomplishments academically first, and then for the athletic accomplishments in the second half of this today's ceremony. Now, you know we only had one athletic season this year due to COVID, but without further ado, anytime the public gathers, we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, so please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The very first award that is given today is given to all of you, all of our faculty, all of your parents, and our whole community, because we are, as far as I know, the only school in this county, and certainly the only school in the local sending districts to Manasquan High School, that never once had to close due to COVID. COVID knocked on our door. It was around us, but because of your diligence in listening to our school rules and our diligence in listening to the health department rules, we never closed. We were live and in person from September 9th till today. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Now, I get the very first honor of calling this year's first honor roll for grades 5 to grades 8. First honor roll. So, Mrs. Levine, if you'd be kind enough to give them a little bump and a certificate when they come to you. The rest of you, let's hold our applause until all the students go through, and then we'll give all of them a nice round of applause. After you get your certificate, please stay standing in front of Mr. DiStefano and that group. So, Kennedy Dwyer. Hold applause. Not be able to hear. Charlotte Griffin. Lila Liu. Louis Marcello. Jack Marzullo. Jillian Rorig. Rebecca Chavone. Anna Martin. And Kylie Newton. Now, let's give them all a round of applause. Now I get to invite our supervisor of student services and curriculum and instruction, Mrs. Levine, is here. She will get to read the second honor roll. Mrs. Levine.
Good morning, everybody. I'm excited to announce the second honor roll students for grades 5 through 8. When your name is called, let's come up and grab your certificate. Xander Blum. Brian Dwyer. Kevin Farmer. Natalie Cazzarelli. Edward Kerr. Leo Kraus. Charles Kraus. Alexander Lipitsky. Griffin Maddock. William Patterson. May Farmer. Cooper Griffin. Dylan Iwanek. John Little. Dylan Liu. Jake Palmer. Mark Tolucci. Luke Brennan. Maura Kerr. And Kelly Reynolds. I'm sorry? Luke Callahan? Luke Callahan? Luke Callahan? No? Okay. Okay, let's have a round of applause for all of our recipients. Congratulations on your outstanding academic achievement. Okay, nice job, boys and girls. Now I'd like to take the time to invite Mrs. Detlinger up to honor the National Junior Honor Society.
Good morning. I would like to thank and recognize our current National Junior Honor Society members who were formally inducted over the winter. They had a wonderful year, and I'm very proud of them for embracing old traditions and starting new ones during this crazy year. They showed many acts of kindness, leadership, service, and support of the school and community that has become expected of them, and they do exhibit on a daily basis. To my 8th graders, please continue to serve your community, not because it looks good, because you are fortunate enough that you can. Make it become a part of who you are. Would you please stand when I call your name? Luke Brennan, Luke Callahan, Van Jones, Maura Kerr, John Little, Anna Martin, Kylie Newton, Jake Palmer, Marky Tolucci, and Kelly Reynolds. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mrs. Granick and Ms. Saluzzo. All right, PBIS, Positive Behavioral Intervention and Support, is a grade 5 to 8 initiative to teach all students behavioral expectations in a positive way. The process focuses on improving a school's ability to teach and support positive behavior for all students. With PBIS, instructional time is more effectively used for teaching, and the overall school environment is calm and conducive to learning. We would like to honor the following students who have exemplified the PBIS model throughout the whole school year.
In grade 5, Jillian Rohrig. You want to go give the award? Grade 6, Alex Lipitsky. Grade 7, Mia Moore. And grade 8, Maddie Ireland. Good
job. We would now like to call up Mrs. Marcusfeld for Student Council. Oh.
I'm here to recognize our 2020-2021 Student Council, and I want to thank them for a great year. They were really amazing, and I appreciate everything you guys did. So I want to recognize our president, Matt Breen, our vice president, Gavin Fay, Secretary Kelly Reynolds. Treasurer Owen Giblin. Sergeant at Arms Maura Kerr. Where are you? And the members of our outstanding executive board, Mr. John Patterson, Mr. William Chavone, and Mr. Jack Lynch. And our 2 homeroom representatives, Chip Krause from 6th grade and John Little from the 7th grade. Now I'd like to call up Mrs. Granick to present the Spelling Bee Award.
The Scripps National Spelling Bee is a nationwide spelling contest. Our process was different this year than in past years. This year, participation was optional in grades 4 to 8. Each student completed a spelling bee at their grade level using an online platform. The top 2 students from each grade level were then moved to the next level of competition, the school-wide spelling bee, also administered online. Those students furiously studied the spellings, origins, roots, and meanings of a rigorous list of words until our school-wide spelling bee. After a fierce competition, 6th grader Joseph Graff was victorious. We're proud of Joseph's hard work. I'm not done, but whatever. I'd like to call up Mrs. Detlinger and Mr. Janelli for peer mediators. The peer mediators are challenged with the task of not only being peer mediators to the primary and middle school students, but to become a presence among these students. They rose to the challenge. They were not only mediating when necessary, but also playing and interacting with the students. I want to encourage all students to participate next year.
Here we go. First up, May Farmer. Cooper Griffin. Sean Henry. Eddie Kerr. Anna Martin. Griffin Maddock. Mia Moore. Kylie Newton. Will Patterson. Kelly Reynolds. Gianni Scaramellino. Will Chavone. And Marky Tolucci. John Little. Where is it?
Okay. We'd now like to invite up Mrs. DeFeo for the PTA scholarships.
Just want to say congratulations to all your successes this past year.
Mrs. DeFeo's here. PTA co-president.
Thank you. I just want to say congratulations to all your successes this year. Such a difficult year. You all did so wonderful. This year I have the honor in presenting our alumni with our PTA awards. We have 3 categories: the Mountz PTA Scholarship Award, our Tiger Award, and our Frank Capito Award. This year we are awarding 4 alumni with our Mountz PTA Scholarship Award. I'd like to call up Abigail Gammon. Congratulations. Gianna Lamfrank. Congratulations. Aaron Hardiman. Congratulations, Aaron. And Cara Giantazia. Our Tiger Award goes to Cara Giantazio. And our Frank Apito Award goes to Cara Giantazio. Congratulations to you all. Thank you. Oh, am I supposed to invite someone else? Invite someone else. I did that. This one.
So Mrs. Marcusfeld.
Yeah, I don't.
At this time, we invite Mrs. Marcusfeld back to announce our Zan Tazi Scholarship Award winner. That's not you? It's the Spring Lake Drug Alliance. It's me. All right, so Reverend Dubois is the gentleman who generally awards the Spring Lake Drug Alliance scholarships. He was unable to attend our live ceremony this morning, so he asked me to read these names. I will talk a little bit about what each person does for the community and why they receive this distinction. So the very first person Mr. Dubois, or Reverend Dubois, asked me to speak of is Mr. Michael White. Is Mr. White here today? Not here with us, but he is involved in community service and the Christian Service Club and the Big Brothers Clubs, the People's Pantry of Asbury Park, and he does the annual food drive for his school. So let's give a round of applause to Mr. Michael White. I neglected to say that he's also a 4-year varsity basketball player at CBA. He's a member of St. Mark's CYO. He's in the student council at CBA. He's a Spring Lake lifeguard, and he will be attending Fairfield University. Just as Mrs. Detlinger once did. The second individual is a young man named Liam Flaherty. Is he here? No, he's not. Liam is an outstanding student. He served lunch to the poor at St. Augustine Church in Asbury Park. He was a coach for the St. Rose Baseball Summer Camp, taught younger children the rules and fundamentals of baseball. He participated in the St. Rose Walkathon. He plays baseball and golf for St. Rose. He's a caddy at the Spring Lake Golf Club. He was a caddy for a 10-year-old who played in the PGA Junior Tournament. And he will be attending the University of South Carolina. He will be studying business and finance. That concludes our academic award ceremony. Now we turn our direction over to Mr. Livinggood because he is our coach in charge of athletics, and we will turn our ceremony to athletics. Mr. Livinggood.
All right. All right, athletics. Well, I just want to say, fortunately for us, we were able to get a season in this year. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for Dr. LaValva for working at orchestrating the season, and the coaches, Miss Salway, Miss Brendel, Mr. Gramer, Mr. Stefano, for going all in baseball and softball. And as of now, we're slated to have a fall season. So, get ready to start thinking about soccer for next year. And, some of you fifth graders coming up, we can use the bodies. All right, so I'm going to start off. I'm going to introduce boys baseball. So we can come up, Mr. Gramer and Mr. Stefano. There's the list right here.
Oh, we got it right here. Oh, we have it right here. Hello, everyone. Coach DeStefano and I had the honor of coaching the boys' 2020-2021 baseball team. It was a great experience being able to work alongside Coach DeStefano and to be able to interact with our boys outside of the classroom. Coming into the season, the coaches and the players knew that being successful was not going to be an easy task. However, we had joined together as a unit, practiced long and hard for hours each week, and we were able to improve each day. The boys bought into what Coach DeStefano and I preached to them from day one about the qualities of responsibility, accountability, and leadership, which is why we believe we were able to have such a successful season. These qualities of responsibility, accountability, and leadership goes beyond the game of baseball. We as a coaching staff believe that learning these qualities from the young age that our boys are will translate into preparing them to be well-rounded individuals for their future. Congratulations, go Tigers. All right. You want to do this?
Sure, I'll read the names. All right, I'm going to read off players' names. First up is Matt Breen. Connor Brewer. Dave Dawson. Hudson Farnkoff. Cooper Griffin. Charlie Hunt. Dylan Iwanek. Van Jones. John Little. Dylan Liu. Brandon O'Donnell. Francesco Scarmelino. William Chavone. Oh, but this is how fast I go. And Marky Tolucci. Sure.
So can we give a round of applause to statistically, wait, hold on. Although there were no championships or division winners technically speaking this year because it was the COVID year and the crazy kind of year, statistically these young men and their coaches, number one in the B division, statistically. Thank you.
All right, thank you, boys baseball. Y'all can take a seat now. You take that from me? All right, next up, I'm going to introduce Mrs. Salway and Mrs. Brendel for girls softball. I thought you were going to do a flip.
All right, Miss Brendel. All right, Miss Brendel's here with me. This was such an awesome season. I think everybody was just excited to be back together on the field playing, no matter what the sport was. We had a lot of girls come out who never played before. And what was our final record, Miss Brendel? 5-3. And we had even up to the very end. It was very, very close. Out in the audience right now, there's 3 players that were the year we won the division championship. Gianna, Kara G, and Abigail. That was the last time we won. Remember? Kara G is the one for me. Remember that? That's the last time we won. It's so great seeing them here right now with that. I feel like I'm still playing with them. So I first and foremost want to thank 2 students who, without them, we wouldn't have had such an amazing team. And that's our 2 8th graders, Kate Dawson and Maura Kerr. They really led the team well and made the girls feel super comfortable. So thank you so much, ladies. So here we go. So here's our people. So Kate, awesome Dawson, come on down. Kate played a lot of second base. Next up is Mighty May Farmer. Awesome arm at third. Come on down, May. Our fierce little shortstop, Lila Lou. Thank God for this person. She was willing to suit up and get behind the plate and did it well. And that's Anna Martin. Not an easy thing to do. Next up, we have just an awesome utility player, great team spirit, Mia Moore. The next student, coach or an umpire said to me once, your first baseman, she's going to be the first female president of the United States because she just says it like it is. That's Kylie Newton. And let's not forget our secret weapon, Chloe Rahal, sliding into home. And hopefully our future pitcher, now that Moore is leaving, Rebecca Chavone. What did I call? What did I call Maura? Maura? How did I miss you? And Maura Kerr, our pitcher. Come on down, Maura. Thank you, girls. You've done a lot more for me than you could possibly even know. We love you. Go Tigers. Next up, Mr. and Mrs. Marzullo and Mrs. Snyder for tennis. Marzullo's tennis. Mrs. Schneider.
Thanks, Coach. Okay, before I turn it over to tennis, just one more acknowledgement for the softball team. Those girls had to play every inning because they had no way to field the team without every one of them playing every inning. So one more round of applause for the girls.
Okay, Mountz tennis. Okay, I had the special opportunity of coaching with my wife, More Imperial, Mrs. Snyder, and our daughter Lily, who's a Mountz alum, helped out as well. We had a great season. We won some, we lost some, but at the outset of the season, we said that everybody would learn a little something and have a great time, and I think we fulfilled that this year. So without further ado, let me announce the team. Come up forward and grab a certificate. Xander Blum, Natalie Cozzarelli, Nora Cozzarelli, Keely Fahey, Cole Friedman, Lucas Gordon, Lucas. You got Lucas? Ben Kearney, right here. All right, we got a line jumper here. There we go. I think they're alphabetical. Okay. Henry Kolodziejski. Chip Kraus. Ava Kuntz, Jason Lieberman. Come on, Jason. There you go. Jack Marzullo. Nico Polizos. I think I get that wrong every time. Sorry about that, Nico. Matthew Portnoy. Chris Reed got his already. Sean Reed. Sean. Emma Schrader. Jesse Snyder. This one's for Ellie too, right? Yeah. And Ellie Snyder, who is our manager this year. And I just want to add my personal congratulations and on behalf of the coaches as well to all these guys. We had a relatively young team this year, and we played some kids that were a lot older, and we, again, had a great time, learned a lot, and there's a lot of courage on this team, and we look forward to everybody coming back next year. And for those of you who have an interest in tennis, we'd love to see you out there too. So feel free to come back. Thanks. Congratulations, everyone.
All right, next we're going to recognize the track team coached by Mrs. Kerry Patterson, Mrs. Cheryl Lynch, and Mr. Don Griffin. All right, Kerry.
Oh. Well, congratulations to all the runners, the track team this year. Ironically, track was probably the hardest hit this spring from high school down to elementary school as far as no availability and can't hold more than dual meets on track. So this team was courageous because we only were allowed to run once. So after 5 or 6 weeks of practicing, they finally saw a track on June 1st, which was pretty exciting. But you guys were not alone. The high schools were feeling the same kind of pain. So we made do at the Army camp and had another dual meet with Manasquan that was really fun on grass. So that was great. And then we also made do a little bit here at Marucci. So I just want to thank you guys for running track, not on a track. I promise next year will be different. And don't be shy. Come out for cross country because that will be in full speed, hopefully in the fall. And if anyone wants to get involved in running, there's some camps this summer. And thanks so much for your efforts. I'm going to start with announcing the team. Michael Desiderio, Tommy Doyle, Kevin Farmer, and our one and only superstar female runner was Charlotte Griffin. We had Sean Henry, Eddie Kerr, Leo Kraus, and our only 8th grader was Jack Lynch. Next year, all of you. And last but not least, kid with the best hair, Will Patterson. Thanks, everyone. Have a safe summer.
All right, Mountz. Next. Next, we're going to recognize the athletes of the year. I'm going to call up Mr. Robert Kramer for recognition.
As Mr. Livingood said, I'm going to be giving out the Athlete of the Year award for the 2019-2020 and the 2020-2021 school year combined. This award is given to a person who has shown hard work, dedication, and leadership qualities within their respective extracurriculars. These players have been dedicated to the Mountz athletic program for years and have invested their time and effort in making each season as successful as possible. Our Mountz community wishes you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and it was a pleasure having you within our school system. With that being said, congratulations to Maura Kerr and Toddy Wynn, the 2019-2021 Athletes of the Year.
Um, Athletes of the Year and Zantazi. I just want to explain we're using a new trophy company, so those plaques are your names are being engraved and they're on their way. That's why I don't have them today. So we'll get you back here. You'll see the plaque, and we'll get you with a picture with the plaque. So when you're called for a Zantazi next, just come up and Mrs. Solway will take your picture. So to present the Zantazi Sportsmanship Award, Miss Lauren Marcusfeld.
I'm here to present the Zantazi Sportsmanship Award to two 8th grade athletes. As many of you know, Zan was a student here at Mountz. Our gym is dedicated in her honor, her jersey hangs by the door, and we have the garden outside dedicated to her. This award was created to honor Zan. The 8th graders receiving this award embody all of the characteristics of Zantazi. Zan was always the first to help out when needed. When so-and-so wasn't understanding the drill, she was the first one to volunteer to help them out. When someone needed help carrying equipment to the field, Zan was the first one to walk over and help them carry the load. You never had to ask her, Zan just did it. When one of her teammates needed a boost, Zan was always the first one to say something encouraging. She was always the one cheering loudest for anyone and everyone. The two students who will be receiving the Sportsmanship Award today exemplify what Zantazi was. They are kind, caring, and always willing to help out without ever being asked. They embody the true spirit of Zantazi, and I am so very proud that I've had the opportunity to know them. This year, I am so very pleased to present the Zantazi Sportsmanship Award to Miss Kate Dawson, and Mr. Jack Lynch.
Okay, so just a couple minutes ago, I talked to you about an individual who is an alumnus of H.W. Mountz, and I reminded you and told you about the fact that he is an outstanding student. He served lunch to the poor at St. Augustine Church in Asbury Park. He was a coach at St. Rose Baseball Summer Camp and taught younger children the rules and fundamentals of baseball. He participated in the St. Rose Walkathon. He played baseball and golf for St. Rose. He's a caddy at Spring Lake Golf Club. Through his tutelage, he was a caddy for a 10-year-old who played in the PGA Junior Tournament. He is not only going to University of South Carolina where he'll study business and finance, but he is here, Mr. Michael Flaherty. Liam Flaherty. Sorry, Liam. Thank you, Liam. He's also a very fast walker. Thank you, Liam. And that, my friends, concludes our 2021 Academic and Athletic Awards Assembly. Please wait for your grade level to be called. Your grade level, we are going to go in reverse order. So grade 3, follow Mrs. Krebs.